Good morning. So we are discussing the packages. So in that we are discussing the util package as well as we have seen the language package. Now we are discussing the time package. Import java.time.asterisk. So in the time package, we have so many classes and interfaces available. So in the previous sessions, we have seen the local time class, local date time class. So like that, we have seen the so many classes available in the time package. And then in previous session, we have seen the instant class. Instant class. So instant class is nothing but it provides the instant class provides the time and date details for the in spite of region or in spite of any time format we can have so many methods in the instant class. So if you want to perform any operations on the time, so you can import the instant class into your program. So instant class itself is enough to have some time and date related operations. So after that, the main important class is formatting class. So we have seen the formatter, printf. Printf is a formatter. So like that, we have the time formatting also. So we can change the time as date, date, month, year, DDMMYYY, or we can have the year first, month next, date next. So we have so many formats in the time as well as date. So all these formats are supported by the Java. So after the Java SE8 version, these features are included into the Java time package. So all type of formatting are available in the Java. So time package provides the formatting also. So let us see the another important class. So another important class is date time formatter. So here class name is date time formatter. So I have seen the so many classes in the time package, local time, local date time, as well as we have seen the instant class also. Instant class. Likewise, there is another class called date time formatter. So if you want to format the date or you can format the time. So if you want to perform any modifications or formatting regarding the time, we need the class date time formatter. Date time formatter. So this is a formatter class which is used to perform the any modifications on the output of the time as well as the date. So the class name here is date time formatter. So let us check the uh, class public final class datetime formatter extends object. So objects. So every class extends the object class. So object class is called universal superclass. So that's why object class is called universal superclass. If you define any class, so that class is subclass of object class. So this is the formatter class. Date time formatter is a class name. So and then the class provides the following three ways. So a date time formatter can be achieved by using three options here. So this class provides three types of formatting. So first one is by using the predefined constant. By using the predefined constants, that means the predefined methods. By using the predefined methods, we can format the data as well as time. And then by using the patterns defined by the programmer. So patterns defined by the programmer. So pattern means DDMM YYYY. So that is one format, one pattern. So that pattern can be altered. The a programmer can alter that pattern. And then by using the localized format. So by using the localized format also we can change the format of the date and time. So there are three options available in this date time formatter class. So next one. So date time formatter class has so many methods. So among them two string parse are the two methods which are used to uh, print as well as parsing. Printing as well as parsing. So you know parsing. So in TOC, you will get the what is parsing. So if you are requiring the local format, there is a method called with local, with locally. If you want to perform old format, if you want the date and time format in the old fashion, then there is a method called to format. There is a method called to format. So these are the available methods in the date time formatter class. To string method, parse method, with local method, to format method. So these are the 4 methods available in the date time formatter class. So there are so many methods available. These are the most widely used methods in the so next one. So predefined constants with the different styles. Predefined constants with the different styles. So there are so many styles in the formatting. So there are some standards in the time and date formatting. ISO formatting. Likewise, we have ISO organization. So like that, we have so many ASCII format. Like that, we have so many formats available in the literature. So we can use that constants in our programs also. You can use that already defined formats to our program, or we can create our own format. So there are 2 ways to format the things. So you can format the date and time by using all these formatters, by using all these predefined formatters, or you can create your own format. So that is possible in date time formatter class. So for example, date time formatter, this is the class name dot basic ISO date. So basic ISO date is a some constant, some enum value. So it holds some value, some constant value, some literal. This is a literal. So likewise, we have so many standard formats available. So you can use whichever format you want. For example, basic ISO date. So basic ISO date is in this format. 2015, month Jan, day 60. This is the format. 2015 01/26. This is the ISO date format. Then ISO date, it displays only date 15/8/22. So this is another format. ISO date time. So it displays the date as well as time. So likewise, we have so many predefined constants. So here are so many constant. ISO instant. So ISO instant means this is the sample. So in the previous programs, we have seen that date and time are separated by T value. T and ends with the 0 Z. So this is an instant. This is an instant class. So we have seen the last class, instant class. So whenever you use the instant class, the output will be displayed as like this. Next one, ISO local date, ISO local date time, local time, only time will be displayed, offset date, offset time date. Like that, we have so many methods, ISO time, week date, zone date also available. So like that, we have so many methods available. You can use that method to format the date and time. So let us check the one program on this. So let us check the program. So this is the program. So let us check the how the formatter class is implemented here. So first the import statements, import java.time.asterisk. So asterisk means all the classes will be imported into our program. Next, import time.format.datetime formatter. So we are importing the class datetime formatter. So here class name is datetime formatter. and then which is in the package format, time dot format. So time is a package, format is a sub package. Time is a package, format is a sub package. So in the time date time formatter class, date time formatter class is available in the format package. Format package. So in turn, format package is a sub package of time package. So you have to give the this import statement also. Next, this is the main class, main method, and then I am defining the some object, date and time. I am defining some object, date and time of type local date time. So local date time is a class name. So local date time is a class name which displays the date and time of the local system. And then how can you display local date time dot now? Dot now. We have seen this dot now. Then output will be displayed as date will be displayed, after that time will be displayed. So if you want to display the current date and time, so this is the syntax. So I am printing that output date time. So here up to this we are printing the current date and time. Next one, what I am going to do is next line system.out.println date time dot that means object. If you want to perform any operation, we need an object. That's why we are creating the object obj1, obj2 like that. Date time is the object name. Date time dot. So here format is a method. We are passing the parameters as date time formatter dot. Date time formatter is a class name. Date time formatter dot. So ISO local date time. ISO local date time. So this is the predefined constant available in the package, formatter class, date time formatter class. So you can use this format. So in this way we can format the output. So this is the output will be displayed as ISO local date time format. Then I am creating the another object date. So which is of the type local date. Local date is a class which displays only date. Local date time here, which displays date as well as time. So local date now means it will display the output. So I am displaying that output. Then I am going to perform some formatting on the date. That is date dot format of date time formatter dot ISO local date. So I am formatting with respect to the predefined constants. I am formatting with respect to the predefined patterns. So next system dot I am using the another method date time. I am using this date as well as time dot format date time formatter dot of pattern. That means we are specifying the pattern. That means user defined patterns. So we are defining the pattern, how the date and time will be displayed. So that is by using the method of pattern. We can create our own patterns by using of pattern, or else we can use this ISO local date time. So these two can be predefined one. So if you want to define your own format, that can be possible by using the method of pattern. So that is dd YY hours, minutes, seconds. So remember that month should be always in capital letters. So date and year are those are integer values, but month is in string value, either January, February, March. So that should be whenever you use the month names, you have to use the capital letters. That's why MM. So this is the formatting class, date time formatter class, usage of date time formatter class. So here we have defined two things. We are formatting the date with the help of predefined ISO standards, and then we are defining our own patterns by using the of pattern method. So let us check the output. So program name is formatting one.java. Java formatting one. So this is the output. So let us check the program. So first thing is, so I am displaying the date. Then I am formatting this date as ISO local date time. I am formatting this date as ISO date time. So this is the ISO date format. This is the actual date. This is the formatted one. ISO date format. Next, I am displaying the local date. So this is the ISO date format. Next, I am displaying the date and time. I am displaying the date and time of this pattern by using this pattern. DD DDMMYY. So this is the format: date, month, year, hours, time. So this is the format. So in this way we can format the output. We can format the date as well as time by using the date time formatter class. So next concept is temporal adjusters. So temporal adjusters class. So that means we have seen the formatter class. Datetime formatter is the class name. So there is another class, temporal adjusters. So temporal adjusters is a class. So in that there are so many methods available. The main purpose of this class is, the methods of this class are used to determine the things such as first day of the month or last day of the year. So like that, if you want to know the first day of the month, whether it is a Friday or Saturday, or the last day of the year. So last day of the year is Sunday or Tuesday, like that. So these type of methods can be defined in the temporal adjusters class. So temporal adjusters is a class name. So there are so many methods available in this, methods and interfaces available. So interface, temporal adjuster is the interface. So there is an interface available in the temporal adjuster, that is temporal adjuster. So there is a class also available for this. Temporal adjuster class. Temporal adjusters class. So it provides the so many methods. First day of the month. So this is the method. This class provides the first day of the month is a method name. Last day of the month is a method name. First day of the year. Last day of the year. First day of the week. Last day of the week. First in month. Last in month. Last in month. So these are the available methods in the temporal adjusters class. So these are the available methods in temporal adjusters class. So we can utilize these methods and to get the first day of the week, first day of the week or last day of the week or first day of the month or first day of the year. So these all, So let us have one program on this. So temporal adjusters. So let us check this program. So import java.time.asterisk. So this is we are importing the package. So temporal adjusters class is available in the temporal package. Temporal package, which is a sub package of time. Formatter, temporal are the sub packages of time package. Formatter, temporal are the sub packages of time package. So we are going to import the temporal adjusters class. So let us see the program. So this is the class name. So this is the main method. So let us define an object date1. So date1 is an object which is of the type local date. So local date is a class name. So local date dot of prefix method we have used 2015 month dot May 22. Month dot May 22. If you want to give the month means we have to give the month dot May. So month is a enum name 22. So next I am defining the another object DOW1 which is of the type day of week. So we have the class day of week. So I am creating an object for the day of week class. So I am going to get day of week. So get day of week is a method name. So I am applying the method by using the, I am invoking the method by using the object date1. So date1 dot get day of week. So next I am printing the objects DOW1 and then first day of the week. The day of the week will be displayed here, and then I am using the date1 dot date1 is the object name with. So with is a prefix which is used to combine the things. So here I am using the class temporal adjusters dot first day of month. So first day of month is a method. First day of month is a method. First day of month is a method. Temporal class adjusters is a class name. So this method is existed in the temporal adjusters class. So that's why I am going to access this method by using the class name. So why? Because it is a static method. First day of the month is a static method. So we don't need any object to access. So we just need a class to access it. So this is the one part. Next I am creating another object date2 local date. So local date dot of, I am giving some date here, and then I am printing the date2 dot get day of week. Get day of week. So get day of week is a method. Next I am using the date2 dot with temporal adjusters dot last in month. Day of week dot Monday. Day of week of Monday. Then I am using the another method temporal adjusters first day of the month. First day of the next year. First day of the next year. So here I am using the temporal adjusters method. Temporal adjusters method. Let us check the output. So this is the output. So first printf statement is day of the week. So 22 May 2015 is, we have given the date. So first we are printing the day of week. That day is Friday. And then I am printing the temporal first day of the month. So first day of that month is 01/5/2015. So here method is first day of month. So first day of month means, so this month is 5th month. We have given the May here. January, February, March, April, May. May is the 5th month. So 5th month is printed. First day means 1/5/2015. And then we have get day of week. So 2016 I have given. So that day is 2016 November 20 is Sunday. Then I am printing the last Monday, I am printing the day of week. So in that month, last week, so month has 4 weeks. So in the last week, Monday date. So Monday date is 28/11/16. First day of the month, 1/11/2016. First day of the next year. So next year means 1/1/2017. So all are with respect to the date 2 object. Date 2 object. So date 2 object holds the date 20 November 2016. All the operations are performed with respect to 20 November 2016. So this is the temporal adjusters class. So we can have the first day of the week, last day of the week by using the temporal adjuster class. So you can format the things by using the date time formatter class. So like this, we have so many classes in the time package. So this is all about the time package. So this is all about the time package. And then we have the some legacy date time class. Legacy date time class. So legacy date time class is nothing but the class here, class name is date. So which is defined in the Java 8. Before Java 8, the timing formats and syntaxes are different. So there is no package for time and date. There is no time package before Java 8. So after Java 8, we have all these features. So before Java 8, we have only one class, date class. So that we can call it as legacy date class. So by using that, we can have some operations on date and time. So that you can learn. So this is all about the packages. So that's the end of the packages. So this is the end of the packages. So let us check what we have studied in the packages. So first we have seen the package. What do you mean by package? So package is nothing but it's a collection of classes and interfaces. So a package consists of classes and then interfaces. Next one, we have seen the user-defined packages. User-defined packages. How the user can define the packages. How the user can define the packages. Whenever required, we can define our own packages. Package name. Suppose student is package name is student. So under this, we can define the classes and interfaces. Second thing, that part. Third one, we have seen the user-defined predefined packages. Third part is we have seen the predefined packages. That means already we have in Java library we have so many packages. So in that we have seen the language package, and then we have seen the util package, and then we have seen the time package, and then we have seen the time package. So these are the three predefined packages discussed in the predefined packages. So in the language package, we have seen so language package is a package which consists of classes and interfaces. So we have seen the available classes. So in the language package, main class is object class. Next one, math class. Next one, wrapper class. Next one, math class, object class, wrapper class, and then enum class. So we have discussed all these things. Next one, in the util package, the main classes are scanner class, and then formatter class, and then we have arrays class, and then random class. So these are the main classes available in the util package. Next, the time. So in the time package, we have local date class, local time class, as well as local date time class, and then instant class, And then date time formatter class, datetime format class, and then we have seen the temporal adjuster class. Temporal adjust class. So these are the things covered in this packages chapter. So this is the end of the packages. So we have seen the language package, util package, and then time package. We have seen parallelly the programs also, and then we have seen the user defined package also. Practically we have seen the how to create a package and how to import that created package into your programs. That is also we have seen. So this is the end of the packages. So do you have any doubts? Let me know. So you don't have any doubts? Okay, fine. Okay, let's end this session and we will continue the tomorrow. So in tomorrow's class, we will study the new concept, new chapter, exception handling, Java exception handling. Okay, thank you.